Is there anything that you particularly disagree with?
I don't know. There's a whole list you've got. I think the only thing I do agree with was like number two or something that said capitalism's like good,
Okay.
but I still don't really agree with the phrasing of capitalism. A lot of people think, oh, it means this. It's like, nope, that's just, I don't even agree with that.
Okay.
But yeah, thanks for inviting me. I think I got challenged. Someone in the audience was, or in the chat was like, you should debate him or something. Or I was like, okay,
Yeah, yeah, we'll
I don't
see
know,
what happens. So,
whatever, right?
we don't have to go off of the topics, but basically, like a little bit about me is I used to be a hardcore Republican, and I was that for a little while. I was just very interested in that sort of thing, and then I really just got into politics and watching Fox News, and I was kind of like really entrenched in it. Listening to podcasts, radio stations. I was pretty deep in it. Well, that was during like the Bush presidency, where it was very war hawkish. And over time, I realized that there was something wrong with the military industrial complex. And so I decided that I was not in favor of that. And so I basically just became a right wing libertarian. From there, I did more reading, more reading, more reading. I volunteered. I was influenced in the local politics of my county, and I just volunteered my services and just did what I could to spread what I believed in. And over time, I just kept reading. And what happened is that when you keep reading, you end up stop being a libertarian because then you actually like get more educated and you realize just what is the necessity of things like foreign policy. And anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm now a Democrat, but maybe you could pull me out of that somehow.
It's kind of funny you say that because I had like the opposite route, but I had a more extremist route. I started off as a communist, then I went my way to become an Austrian.
You're
And
now
so,
Austrian.
yeah, so
Okay.
that's, yeah, Austrian economics. I like them, they're good.
You think like austerity works?
Yeah, austerity for freedom, your freedom of austerity, it works a lot.
Austerity is just
Trading
like
works
government get out
really
of the
well.
way.
Yeah, it's good to get out of the way because people operate better. They have more access to information and technology, and then you can make better choices or better trades.
Gotcha.
But the
Do you
whole
think
point of,
it's sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
oh, but yeah, that's so the route I went was from like far left over here on the far right because it's better to be in far right than far wrong, you know. So
Got it.
that's
Yeah.
the joke.
Well,
But
hopefully not too far right, right?
I get as far right as you want to get, you know. No,
Okay.
but
Like Nazi? Like you're a Nazi?
no, no. See, that's another
Uh,
thing that I
you think
disagree
you
with a
think the
lot of.
Nazis are socialists, right? Yeah, got
Yes.
it.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I
that's what
don't
I
think.
thought.
I think I hardly, I truly believe you just, take history. You've heard of him? Take
Hmm.
history on YouTube.
No,
He's
but
really
I've
good. He
taken
breaks it
history
down.
classes.
Well, that's another thing too. Like Wikipedia, they cite this really really bad historian. I don't know why
Do
it's
you
it's
just think
still
that
on Wikipedia.
Wikipedia is bullshit?
But, no, no, not all the time. But for history, it's bullshit. For organized crime, it's bullshit. For foreign policy, it's really bad as well. There's
Okay.
just some things Wikipedia, I guess the editors, they just suck at. Or, I don't know. They're just not good information there.
Are you saying that
But
like that Wikipedia is like I don't know, owned by a bunch of cringe
not
liberals
owned.
that
It's
influence the
just
media? Is that
not liberals. It's just edited by either really bad people or people who might do propaganda for a living, right?
you
You know.
think?
But yeah, oh, for
I mean,
100%.
like what? So, like, what if I used like Reuters? Would you say that that's
Reuters is
also
decent,
propaganda?
but there's certain topics they won't talk about, which tells me it's like, well, why? You know, why don't you talk about, you know, uh, New York organized crime, Meyer Lansky, Lucky Lucha? Like they don't do really good pieces on that. It's like okay, but there's just certain topics not everyone can master or know, right?
Like what?
So there's just like this. Oh, just this. That's just like general human nature. Like I'm not gonna be able to know all these topics and compartmentalize it in like 5 minutes of a discussion. It's just impossible.
No, but like, I mean, isn't it easy to
Or an
just
article.
like, appeal to a to like, what are the like people who actually study this subject and just go with the consensus?
Consensus is okay, but it has to actually tie together, right? So if you have two authorities or a couple authorities that are differing in their what the conclusions they're coming at, like a couple historians, they do that. Some people mess up the Ernst Röhm stuff in Nazi Germany. It's like, well, how do you screw that up? It's right there. It's the primary source, but somehow they come to very different conclusions on Ernst Röhm. So it's just weird. But
are you saying like a historian conclusion? They come to different conclusions.
There's a lot of historical, really bad, especially on John F. Kennedy and the Kennedy era. Really bad history work there. But there's also really good history work that just not a lot of people know about. I actually made a test in the server in modern day debate. Do you know who the American far right is? Like, there's a point system to it too, to see if they actually know. Because there's two different beliefs, right? The belief of,
I mean, there's like a libertarian right, and then there's going to be your authoritarian right.
American right is like right liberals, right, or right-leaning liberals. So it's just liberals who have, just I don't know.
I mean, there's like the American far right, which would be like a neo-Nazi.
No. American far right's like pretty much like the Tea
according
Party
to the
guys
FBI, that's what they call them.
Crack.
Well, they call them that, right? Like they call them neo-Nazis and people who want to like.
Yeah, I don't trust them. I'll tell you why I don't trust.
You don't trust the FBI?
Not that assessment for sure.
Why would you not trust the FBI?
They're saying, oh, the extremists on the right, the neo-Nazis are a threat. It's like, really? Do they own a lobby? Are there any politicians of these guys? Like, that's total nonsense. They just make that. And I know why.
So, like, right? Well, the reason why that they're not speaking nonsense is because they're very concerned about the current crime statistics regarding right-wingers getting violent.
I wouldn't worry about that.
And that's like a majority of the violent crime that they're dealing with. That's not. We're not even talking Antifa here. No, that is true.
That I don't buy.
That's empirically true. I can show you studies that shows for sure that that's the case.
Seriously? Like, okay, so all of the gang crime they don't care about. It's not a serious problem.
No, that's also counted.
RICO.
That's also counted. Yes, crime is counted.
Really? And it's not
saying a majority of the violent crime right now, currently, is actually by right-wing extremist groups. That's actually their main concern of like violent people.
So where do they get that?
It's not terrorists, mind you.
What are the primary sources they're citing for that?
The CDC, crime statistics.
So the CDC is saying Nazis are the most violent group.
I mean, the FBI would have their own investigation. Like, do you think that the FBI is just bullshitting?
I know they're bullshitting because the FBI gets training.
So is the FBI against like left-wingers?
No, I don't know if the ADL
or against right-wingers. Sorry, is the FBI against right-wingers then? Like it's just biased?
Against anyone who's against whoever tells them what to do, right? So we could get into Epstein. Epstein had the top FBI director on his list,
You're talking about things. This is a non sequitur. There's nothing to do with
No, it's very connected because if you're talking about
you just bring up another thing that is not related. Like we can talk about Epstein, but what we're talking about specifically is whether or not that the FBI itself is specifically saying that the extremist right is the biggest problem in the United States.
I think that's a lie, and I know, and the reason I'm saying that's a lie is because the ADL has been caught influencing or training the FBI on what to look out for
the Anti-Defamation League. Yeah, why would they not? Why would they not want to use the Anti-Defamation League to determine where there are people that have extremist ideologies?
The ADL has given rewards to organized crime figures, and the ADL has had lawyers connected to Epstein.
Is this another
and Epstein had the FBI?
So what? All this bad stuff, it's just connected to Epstein, and so you therefore can't trust it. All right, so let me get this straight. You can't trust the FBI. You can't trust Wikipedia. You can't trust. What am I supposed to trust?
You can trust them for something. It takes a lot of work.
What do I trust?
Well, you should trust.
What's a trustable source?
I got a ton of them. There's a list of them on who's on the far right. I think those guys
Give
are very
me some
trustworthy.
sources. What is a
All right.
trustable source?
ANC report, anti-war.com, the
So if I look
Abbeville
up
Institute.
ANC report, I've never heard of
Yeah,
ANC report. They're not on the.
it's
They're not on the political. I'm sorry. Not the political
yeah.
bias
A
chart.
lot of mine are
They're
not
not
on
on
that
the.
political thing. Yeah,
Hold on. Let me
the
see.
graph, that thing, right? You're
The
talking about
Ad
the
Fontes media bias chart.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
they're
goes like
not
this.
there.
Yeah, no, a lot of my
So I'm lost.
sources
Like
are
you're,
not there.
huh? Yeah,
A lot of
I
my sources are
agree.
not
I'm
on
saying. So
there.
what is it called?
Anti-neoconreport.com, ancreport.com. They're
Who
good.
is antineoconreport.com?
It's run by Ryan
I'm
Dawson.
sorry. ANC
Yeah,
ancreport.com.
.com.
Okay. Hold on. Let's take a look here. So usually what I like to do is look up individual sources to see if like, hey, is this legit? Like, is this like by a reputable establishment? Right?
But that's only your job. You have to do that yourself to read the article, fact check it yourself. I don't like to trust into
Is it
some
you said
middleman.
ancreport.com.
Yeah, A like Apple, N like neocon, anti-neocon,
See,
and then con report.com.
I'm not finding a whole lot on this.
You got it on Google. It's right there. It should be like a bird, a warhawk bird. You know,
I understand that,
a
right?
hawk.
But what I'm having a hard time with, this is what you look at?
Yeah.
This is a reputable source?
Oh yeah, 100%. His articles are fantastic.
All right.
He did a FOIA
Guys,
on.
I want y'all to just
9/11.
look at what this guy is telling me. Here, I'm going to go ahead and show. This is the first thing that I see. I'm not fucking with you. This isn't me screwing around. So I ask him, what is a reputable source? Not the FBI. He can't use Wikipedia. But let's go ahead and look at this one right here, okay? I'm going to go ahead and just share what you're looking at, okay? There it is.
Yeah,
That's
you can
it.
check out the articles and
So do
he's
we
got
have...
good film too.
All right, do I hit the Iran hit twice here?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
the Iran,
show.
the strikes in Iran and Syria, tensions rising, possibility. So I just want to be clear, right? The FBI is not to be trusted, but this site is to be trusted.
Well, when it comes to like, oh, the Nazis are there, yeah, don't trust the FBI on that. The FBI's done decent work on RICO charges. They don't go after Meyer Lansky or a lot of the top dogs of organized crime, but you know they're okay. But
Do
they
you
have
understand
been corrupted
how?
by Epstein.
Do you understand
So
how bad this
yeah,
looks
yeah.
on you right now?
No, I don't think it looks bad at all. That's your opinion, but
Dude, they
not
can't
just
even
this
get their
website.
CSS styling right, and you think that they're doing fact checking?
Yeah, he gets a lot of.
I'm sitting here and I'll
He gets
bring up
attacked.
stuff like,
It's
I
like
will sit here and I will bring up Reuters. I'll bring up like, AP. I'll bring up Wikipedia.
You're not
I
bad.
will bring up like direct sources that come straight from the person who said the thing, right? Exactly as they said without me, and you are bringing up this? What is this?
No, it's good. He does a good independent
What is
journalism.
good? How is that good?
Independent journalism. It's really good. You get to have. He doesn't really take the establishment sides on each side, so he's looking at the facts on each side and coming to a better conclusion on what they mean and what you can predict from those statements or facts. So,
All right. Do we have an article that we can look at, or is it just videos?
yeah, you can go to his website, and there's a ton of articles.
This guy doesn't. I'm just gonna post this again here. This is what I'm looking at. Can you look at what I'm looking at there inside chat? Do you understand why you see this script tag right there? That script tag is because this guy doesn't know how to code.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to code. He's not good with tech, but it's a good website. Some good articles, some good content. If you want to get
You've
into
got to be
organized crime,
memeing.
he's really good on it.
You're a troll.
Want to get into,
You're a troll.
No, not a troll.
No,
at all.
you're definitely
Here,
a
you
troll.
want better? You want to know the full list of my sources? I'll tell you them. Let me get to them.
Yeah.
These are the sources I use. I'll go through all of them. But I like Ryan's work really well, especially for politics. It's really good. Here we go. All right. Oh, somewhere in I have my own Discord.
I just want to let you know, right? Like the people that you're expecting here, like I don't mean to like to slam on this person specifically for you know, having a badly coded website, but that tells me they're not doing any fact checking. They can't even be fucked to work on their styling of their web page. They don't care.
No. Yeah, but that's just like you're not like going to another factor. You're just sticking at one. Like, oh, that's it. You know, you got to actually read the article.
Well,
fact
first
check
of all,
yourself.
one, I don't even see a Wikipedia talking about their history. That's one thing, right? I don't see any information on this person. So it could literally be anybody. So, hey, did you know that I have a website? I could post on my website, hey, Elijah Rivera, this guy is, he likes eating poop ice cream. He likes eating poop ice cream. And then I just get a bunch of AI pictures of you eating poop ice cream. Right? That's all I got to do. Or I could just use some Photoshop, right? I can make that very, very convincing, right? And I'll just post that, right? And I'll be like, this guy eats poop ice cream. Do you think that that's a reputable source?
That's not reputable. But
why is that not reputable? But this is.
Because you're just lying about me and your source.
How do you know? How do I know you don't eat poop ice cream? I think I saw you one time. You can tell that
those are AI images or something.
No. I can Photoshop pretty well. I can Photoshop so good that I could probably say this guy eats poop ice cream. Yeah. Do you think that this asshole may have gotten sued? Do you think that's possible? Or do you think that this guy is so far under the radar, like nobody listens to this dude? And
he definitely hasn't gotten sued.
Well, they can't even fucking code a website, my dude. I guarantee you, I can find this guy's exact location by just finding out who bought this server space. Did you know that? I could probably do that.
You try. I don't know if that's important, but the news is good. The articles and the information is really good.
This is bullshit, dude. All right. Do you have anything else? Because this is fucking ridiculous.
C2Cjournal.ca. Heritage.org.
C2Cjournal.ca. Who is C2Cjournal.ca? .ca. Let's see here. Media bias fact check. Set to a right and mostly factual basis with a medium credibility rating. So this is your source?
That's one of them. I have a list.
Why not go for something that has higher credible sources?
Yeah, I got a whole list, but that's pretty high. I mean, you just got to go through each
mostly factual is a high credibility?
Yeah, mostly factual.
With a heavy right-wing bias?
Sure.
Do you ever feel like that you're just like feeding yourself your own information just to get confirmation?
No, I've read other info. I've read, Daily Beast is good. It's a pretty good source. What's another one?
Daily Beast.
The Economist, they're pretty decent.
The Economist is a lot better than any of the sources you've presented so far.
They're okay. They're not, I mean, better in what aspect?
No, the first one is the worst. The first one was literal just meme garbage.
No, the first one is great. You got to go through the articles and read them. They're really good on foreign policy.
There is no fact checking. They can't even be fucked to even work on their website.
You got to do it yourself.
Take their arguments and assume that it is just a homeless dude talking to you about nonsense.
I know the guy. I'm
you know the guy? What does that matter?
Yeah.
It's my buddy.
Yeah, pretty much.
He tells me what to believe.
Yeah, he's got a lot of good sourcing. He's a historian. He went to the Williams and Mary College, got his degree there.
But the FBI, no, you can't trust them.
No, I would not, because Epstein, had the FBI director there on his list, so no. But
do you think it's possible that the FBI director could be corrupt, but that the FBI does actual investigatory work? Because we rely on the FBI on all sorts of things, and it does give accurate analysis reporting on the basis
They
of
do
crime
investigate work,
statistics.
but I think the only thing that they've done, like they've only stopped like 5, I don't know, terrorist attacks or something like that in the
You
history
don't
they've
know
been
what you
created
don't know, my dude.
or
You would
whatever.
not be
Oh,
aware
I
of
do
this
know. They
because
would
if
be
there is a
publishing it,
crime that's about to happen and it gets stopped,
They
what
would
happens
also,
is that doesn't show up on the news. Do you know why? Because nothing happened. This is just a
but they would
survivorship
also
bias argument.
they would also not have
Elijah,
classified
your
information. If it's true
source
what they're saying,
was
then I wouldn't buy that.
anti-neocon
But you're getting a lot
report.
of speculation of them. I wouldn't even give them that benefit of the doubt. I'm not gonna. Ever since you've realized, like J. Edgar Hoover, he got blackmailed by Meyer Lansky. Like it goes all the way, even before Epstein, it goes back to him. Like, what's there to trust? It's the Federal Bureau of Investigation. You should investigate your stuff and publish it, make it public. Like, what's the issue? There is no. I don't understand. They also have this program called entrapment. Why would you even have that? They also have informants.
I'm not disagreeing with you that there aren't bad things that the FBI has done.
Bad.
I'm not
You
saying
can't
like,
name much
oh,
good
the
things.
FBI is like perfect in every way and that we shouldn't do anything about the FBI or do individual investigatory reports on the FBI. But the problem is that I cite crime statistics from the FBI. You say I can't trust it, but what I can trust is this random guy that's my friend.
If your crime statistic it has to be specific. You said, "Oh, Nazis are the biggest threat." That's total nonsense.
I think
like
that's
what they're
you
saying, right?
need
The FBI is saying they're the total
to
biggest threat.
read a book on epistemology. Unironically, like I really think that you would serve so well by just picking up a single book. One of my favorite books, Belinda's
economic.
Beginner Guides, Epistemology. I absolutely highly recommend it because your epistemology is so dog shit, it's laughable. I don't know what to say to you at this point. We can't argue on the basis of facts because you are just feeding into your own desires. You don't actually know what's fact from fiction.
You just got to check the facts yourself.
It's not a matter of checking the facts yourself. If your ability to determine what is true versus not true is stunted, then you checking the facts yourself is just wasting your own time.
If you're just going to appeal to authority, you're not doing any work.
I'm not appealing to an authority. I'm saying work on your epistemology. Your ability of determining what is true versus fiction is wrong.
That's just going to be a philosophical disagreement we have. I'd rather do the work myself, and you'd rather trust.
Yeah, but your ability of determining what is true versus not true is stunted. So right from the get-go, your ability, you can no longer make an actual analysis of what is real versus fake. That's a big problem.
Okay. What is it based? What is that based on?
My dude, this guy could literally just be a homeless dude, or in your case, you just happen to know this guy who can't even code. The guy, it couldn't be fucked to work on his website. But here you are trusting them above an FBI crime statistics. You got BTFO. Get the fuck out of here.